So I want to show you guys a couple reflexology techniques that you can use throughout a reflexology session. The two most basic techniques are thumb walking and finger walking. So I'm going to show you that now. So thumb walking, if you look at, this represents the spine on someone's body. So the inside of the foot represents the spine. And I'm going to take my thumb and I'm just going to press in, and I'm pushing my other fingers here for leverage, and then I'm just walking up each of these areas. So I'm going to do the side, and then I'm going to go all the way to the tip of the toe and stimulate that little brain point. And then I'm going to walk up each of these 5 lines that they use in reflexology and also in something called zoning. And so we'll go ahead, and I've got a little burn here on my finger from all the extra cooking we've been doing in our homes during COVID-19. You can see we're just walking. Just pressing in and releasing, making our way all the way up to the top of the big toe, pressing and releasing. And then we'll move to the next line. These lines just follow underneath each of the toes. So the 5 zones. And they're said to help relieve pain and to stimulate everything else within that zone. So what I mean by that is that with zone theory, they would say that everything that goes along this line, the section of the body, all the way up to the top of the head would be in zone 1. And then we divide the arms into those 5 zones as well on each side. And then everything up that second, go all the way up. And this would be affecting everything in that region. So that's one way to perform very simple zone theory, which is the basis for reflexology. Moving up that second line. Can do each line 1, 2, 3 times. It's up to you. Clean up, just working everything in the zones. So working the entire body by working the feet all the way up, pressing at the top of the toe. I'm going to go ahead and switch hands here and continue with my other hand, walking up that 4th line. All the way up, pinching at the top of the toe, and then walking my last line. All the way up to the tip of the last toe. Okay, if we want to use finger walking, we can do this as well. We're going to pull the toes back so I can show you this. And then I'm going to use the edge, just the side of my finger right here. And it's going to be more on the ulnar side. So that means that it's going to be more towards, but normally more towards the pinky than the thumb, okay? And we're going to go ahead and finger walk, same thing. Just using the edge of our finger. You want to make sure that your nails are really short if you're going to do this. And that you have nice rounded nails so that you don't poke your nail in when you're doing this. So I'll do this 3 times. These areas represent the eyes and the ears and then also the neck in there. And then I'll go back the other way using my other hand, my other finger. And then again. 3 times and then 1 more time. Okay, that's finger walking. And you can use thumb walking or finger walking interchangeably. You can use it anywhere where it's accessible to you. If you wanted to, for example, go between the webbing of the feet, all this would represent the chest area in reflexology. You could use your thumbs, or if it was more comfortable, you could use your finger. And you could work down that way as well. Okay, so it's up to you. The last technique that I want to show you is sort of a pivot point type thing. So you can use your fingers. So I'm going to work here and just below the malleolus on either side. And I'm going to go ahead and press my fingertips in to this little depression. And I'm going to bring pressure onto it by holding onto the foot, and by rotating it, pressure on, bringing pressure on, and then, as the saying goes, wax off, pressure off. Okay. So pressure on, and then pressure off. You could do that about 3 to 6 times in each direction. And then here I'm going to press my thumb in to the opposite side, pressure on, and then that releases the pressure. I just keep the pressure of my thumb or fingers stable, but this rotating the ankle moves the pressure away from my thumb. So it moves this foot away from my thumb, and then when I do this, it moves it towards my thumb and increases the pressure. Okay. So you can do this sort of pivoting anywhere. You could do it along the eyes and ears. So you get up there and just kind of pivot. You could take each little toe and you could pivot right there at the base if you wanted to. And you could pivot the next one on, working one direction then the other, pivoting. Pivoting one direction and then the other. Okay. Increase and decreasing pressure. Okay.